baby o wa me na me catch odi moto kura ko ho a e asamara nkotwom ene a ye freeway enso so aso no be ko sen Harry morning.
Yeah, good morning me amia
na boko de
amia we de better boko I apumlin de ye ne mom and one yancha sempa regards to the Zepai Debris Center closure no. It's a sad news, bro. It's a sad news.
I know Western not a bit me nim ne senia wonim no. There are places I know say ukohwa it's a very difficult to go. Even udi moto kura ene kwa ubetwa kwantinti ansan wadru ho. Ene onwa parki muna moto what would be the repercussion to Nkrofo and these drone services no eboa won?
Yeah, me mami chewa here for message say our listeners our please say you be take political eye no from this discussion and the listening process. Now you facing with regards to Apomodeng. But Apomodeng is the basic needs of everybody. The channel say yes, they can close the Zepai Delivery Center no elsewhere. But the award Sefiano, which is the Yoso branch, particularly a survey the Awumi, the Brusa, and the Sefi land, you be bunko to be Asre Abayano. Say he is having the power to manage our resources and distribute our resources. So with immediate effect, you go to be good form. Omo modern na one Zepai for na Asia. Na within a year no omo show modumase. The entire ye bre ye ho ase. Na ye challenge aban no na ye pacho ne say I'm a living testimony to a war because of a year snake bite. Me ma chi ba nyensa anima. Ye eto no ewo village a Efikoforia, man pay Efikoforia. Ana mo koye kwatuma ewo that village. Ye fed that village no one sample. Ye ma kwanya ye ba ye wo fum na owo e car no that was 2015. Owo car no from that village na friend in Yamia so say one sample ase no. We have to walk by 1 hour from Yamia so to be a clinic e wo kwan ho a friend one sample. And nti omo bobo bede no e ye bottle na ye didua ba kwasha na didua ba kwasha na na to mfimfini na emema 3 wa nom da ye kon ho e no mudi ni temika 1 hour to the nearest clinic. You do hormone, almost say a dry a debe war miniano. That was 2015. A dry debe war no, a be anyhow, I get call yours. And not just what pound, I just a carry free a contomina, a criminal therefore, a banana yama woman. Can soon 2 stations or so, a motor tro, and 2 year oma. So now papa, a friend salam, or the nano, and or the see baby or one castle or a poison. Yemen Queen, yen and a million and yellow, and we. But and now don't delivery center about yours. Offer a 1 hour, 1 cent per corner. Within 15 minutes, now if you didn't 12 and Yana so from yours, at the Abril or more elbow. And from that time I drove by, they haven't recorded that clinic now on and recorded snake said, Obia because of snake that. Ebiem abatan no mo a omwo nkronkron kwase because obi okrobi say yamfo na say okwa awo na opredi too much na say ye de na ekọ the nearest hospital e yakontom na de no ekwa na nye age so fa motorbike eti da bia obehia wo mo no na opemfo eti motorbike na akosa ti na chi no mo emiensa na mo so nu na mo de na pam omo de ne bedu no na wo wu awo kwan. But drone delivery center by almost free yours wa. Abro for 20 minutes. No moja or paying for me here no. From a quiet friend your so capital to Adabo Krum, which is Bia East, is 2 hours. First, no, here common a draw. Common say or work out here ne pamia a drone. And here moja, I just said almost friend the manaka. Station car no so end 2 years. 2 hours and find the enquire over corner applying for a call them the original PR of it. The rate you're not applying for because they are short too much at the villages. But don't not ever a team eradicate and reduce na etimi eye flow total ama ye kwa wo so ye wu because of moja ayi aboya fence na yanya nkyere akame owo akame saadi ni nyina no has totally been reduced in the region. It's civilized. And yet and one I just say all of a sudden what went wrong? 11 months they be operating yente just 11 months almost a failure almost for drum concrete be a failure almost end river service be no among the whole region in opiosu. It's like atemuda to yen.
My worry have been one of the communities Madi Hunkomo Hache Yiwabra and the Awowin district. Omo bridge be a wawa nanko mutumidi koba bridge nebu. And so omo mutinsione jano do not even have access to healthcare ewa Yiwabra. Now that the bridge nebu no na zipline enye juma ohobium no. It tells me say there will be disaster in Yiwabra because other communities are more falling on Yiwabra because ebia bridge nebu anka normally on metumi anante kura na afaka akoho no
we host man opai ye fre krobi Yiwabra ye kuma under wonu ani mo pa problem pa. There's another bigger problem omo fra na no pai say hariye so mo ka bi my fre kru no obin krum
yes
obin krum no ene eye asankegwa amfi ene bohye now the biggest river in our region friend the Tano ehone ne baby a eye deep pa I say udi boat and all na udu na so utwa you see say as what so no it's only can on say the gravity there is very deep the air when say can the way to on am frɛ ene no and they almost say obatan ya pa hon ma they will need blood. But drone for my friend so when you adwuma no and so nante 45 minutes by so na ano na train boat na cross so e de ba lord pan ho e be gina ko ne friend said lord pan ho ne for said e be gina opeka to your so aso ko pem moja asan ba be twata na ona asan nante
so be du ona nipa na wu
o be du okwa na asie no enye so owu keke o na asie wo wiam ye to am na asie no. And this drone driven service no and a software mu anka by this time on friend ne say Harry Momo can do fanya example no and can just common text message and can within 10 minutes I do not go. So what are we doing to ourselves as a country? Why are you reversing the head setter to the olden days here a common or worker one? It's a shame because and advanced country like this or worker one yes but because say we live in a deprived areas. And yes, the private, yeah, my plan yet, but because one more now can see crack a no, be a keke, you motor at the call. When you are a sequino, motor going to me, Biaco, it's you proclaim. Now, over for Motu to crank also. I just don't put in your pet on the chimney picker and say that's where you live. So, oh, Busan message for now. They tell you, say, the drone delivery center and about your son, it has reduced the rate of death by more than 60%. And no reasonable governance or leadership will advocate say Obama drone now stop just for a day. Now dear Huni, and then Omo Juma, and no man, and that's Omo. And it is a Omo resume after Saban the bottle you look your car. Manus is Sunaso. Omo Mosofa and then now Manus Sunaso. Omo can be few Monsano. How are we going to bring back their lives? And yet, Huni say, that's what we say it. Then they start witch hunting you and saying it's a one per region here. Look, the excuse say Abani needs to continue on Chomokan is of no excuse. Why am I saying this? If say in the 2025 budget, the zip line need a few amount of money, less than 5 million Ghana cedi to search again. But what you look at is 71.3 million. Can't scan 1 million biano, and this scan all cities 10 billion. Who look at is 71 million Ghana cedi. Which is 710 billion Ghana cedi. Echo Jubilee House. So the player then for research. Say Abaye no and you cream a crowd by no. Who is 71 Ghana cedi? Can't scan 710 billion of paper sort of cream. Was zipline need just a few of that money to operate? Who we are here? Yes, part of here. Abonse here. Who offer 282 Ghana cedi. billions of old cities. So the question, what the Kobo Abonsier part? At the man was secondary school. Once or paying for now or what and Ujan Neno or Brenna Wowuno, or yet common Moja at today the Bebreno, when yes, he can't 5 million dinanko, and 3 years, Mansunaso, over the wood and neck. So this problem of the zip line, it's not financial problem. It is a problem of incompetency. It's a problem of mispriority. It is a problem of mismanagement. And anybody biana and no muso wobekano and obeshuren nkwano, we are supposed to hold the Minister of Health and the what do you call it, the minister and the government responsible. Go and read the UN Convention on Health. They tell you say the basic provisions of all health facilities, you know, drugs. Yeah, all the Kuma make was him. Only need fridge or home. Because Corona Casano, any light. Now the fridge are pussy walk. So all the best story in Bruno. So when I read the head director and the letter say, we instructed the district head directors, you know, say Omnamefa in Bruno, no one for fridge. Meaning say, offer enter. Omukwam be say fridge ewo eye enter capital town. But the what a class say you are now can was
yes.
Say oh here aduna I just offer ho now mo dey move the motorbike. Bridge no so na abu no.
Ready Uncle Bon.
So I don't know. It is a source of what you know apa. It is the original director and letter kwa me o dey me aba o dey me chia o. The letter kwa na me kai no. Me say the woman was frustrated and anybody said adwan me nye we do ho bra befa. I don't know about anything. And most of these cheap compounds, you know, are making wasem. It is a cheap compound that work a community home and term home. Light in you into any fridge. It's a common a draw. I did a fridge, yes, I best say. So, what the name, Mojano, Okofa, a local regional capital, a district capital. From road from the district capital from Granderson and yet can't call Mutunko. The people will not get access to the drug needed. Why I say drone no or man, and you even save that thing as a probable regional office. It must be meaning a kind of the area is that the regional head and the regional minister is
from the region, yes.
The head then they say, Facha Mio, Mimi a Quapimino, Mimi a candle, a typical say we need extra. The head then they say, the American, you know, when you go farmer. A right farmer, and you say daily, you call a full man with a head corner. You will have more than 20 reports or what coming across the region. Daily, and I'm no can say, you be really not all fair each clinic there. You will see, say, the beer, because you call full, the chair also, and common. It is how what doing is no man there. You're supposed to get to every community, and to get to every community, we need the technology. So I don't know, original minister, original head minister Ufiano, trust ama original free ever so far like this. They don't man cinema patch and then answer no go body. Me who oba tanya ye de ne saka mu e wo kuro bi e frewo ayiben so. Na ye de ne saka mu no om say awo aka no. Kena e wo no making the plan say ajom ye no operation. And it's almost the name Gaboso Government Hospital from Ayibenso. After that rough road, me drew board, you know. Now agenda 111. If you can teach us and then buy publishing. Yaboso a year. Your CC does a year. About almost 92% complete. And from one of your mama you be a year. Wouldn't be a year. Your giant 11 months. Ama you grow muna you who ye no. A failure or war and kusi a double. And pronom and a deep down in Magro. Once I walk will be a board here, I get one in the second front, a Demica, a fun foot from a Ibenso to Gabos to say, you have to pay a war. Why should we do this to ourselves as a country? Meanwhile, you're too sick of one, this agenda 111 regional minister Ufiano with small investment, you know. You bet me than a beer within just 2-3 months. You're also once you allow this thing to rot. Once you allow the drone-driven system in yours to collapse, I can't think far. Oh God!
I remember what I said. Very pathetic. Very, very pathetic. And Harry Ojaba and our tenant. And Car was a Nyamia Dumua on the 5th of December. Nyamia Duma next week Friday. Yenina, yes, yeah, Ewaha, including Wood TMA. In fact, New FM, New TV t-shirt, near printing, baby. I was said to me, a Drew Hunter, and I was once at me count dear. Yabeko floater, who do I have in Nam Town, our Trenton Yampumu. Ye are a Biani Befu, Macranina, Continental, Loka, Fufu, Abetia, Tuazafi, Nina was a near the Adina. Moamu Pemu, Bedi Moon, Koda, Mudi Beba, Chese Baby Ombetna, Adia Grow. Face painting, yes, be the bouncing castle near the ade, Nina and Corrado Benya baby at me actually. Nampany phones so actually, or baby for it is live on TV. You better see it in Como, how a be our how be baby or passing to me, Yema or no me patrol bar. I'll be available, Yenina be available, I bet to me Eddie and Como, Yenny, Bronya, yes, say, I dear sin temper. Yashas and the Bedi Brunya, and yes, say, yes, and Crophone year farmers day, no, near so year farmy, the Adrian Wagana Hanina Yebedi, and the Adriani Ebebu, and Shu Ebebu, the old person won't no more Subebu, Nanning Naya to me at Transia Sebushia Bako, now for yet to me identification and so, say, next week Friday, near Friday week, now tree. And the Yenina, yes, Yana say, Yatumi Atunsa, Eddie, near dear who and come into Shannon so never double boom. Nafi Yenina, Yentumi and Tusa and Amono. Kennedy don't call Ekasa at the Emma New Patriotic Party, Sanso and Roger T.D. Wills, and so Ekasa at the Ma NDC, Amanyopono. We have morning. A Honda or Hodie.
Of Badia Daruma.
Yakufadum.
Okay.
Beku Gaza. Oh, Mukayo. Dache. My moachi. Naminchia the New Patriotic Party, as usual. Michia the National Executives now. Michia King Fad. Will be a Michano. Macha is Michia a Chairman Charles. Over on phone. Whatever, Fred.
As at the right time,
Mamma, many Becassa.
Tough was with
Yamabote. Bibia was sorted out. Yeah, so Mabicha, the Banda constituency, a Chairman Charles, so Michano Biobia. That's it. In fact, Mara was a big enemy. Serious. And friend Rabanyamera because if you ask more, I say Sabi and Kawanya be Amawasia. I just think I'm on a chrono. And then so ne SC oh Ganamo say I'm near Nahua. And this is for somebody at Chinchina. I don't know so qua. Huh, that you if you ask what you will. Abrana NDC a position. And some of can ye pane or buy and no more yen. Me drew I am in Tiasi. Totally contradictory. The current lithium scandal echoso or Mariamo. Sir or mine, MPPA pencil. You who say Ghana Yakopon Ache, natural resource be brave. Your gold, your diamond, your everything. And I pencil you go lithium. And a lithium was only first of the Edos Pie or my BM. Ena MPP aban adwin say oh ade no sebi eni sika and eni fide be de enti ebe ya yenkopa obi a ono wo ni fide wo ni sika beti be invest no omo ba ye no yen hu say no say oba betu a at least ye negotiate enya 10% if so I say Ghana for the team for enya because sebi me ma wo me free wabonten me tu abra team for the enya so faso na se wo NDC abama bananu ya ya da ba so say what ba akwosesa agreement no ama Ghana for be only 5% of loyalty ya first percentage na sebi what kind of criminality is this and me tell me and my dream is my dream me tell say da sebi usika wo buy enya ade kwa bia wo na wo ko hunkura wo buy ya banda da no eye wo no buy ye be hu ade no no ko pa man for se mo bra me na mo ba mo benya 10% Mufama me say be am be hwe me ntima mfo this was a very good and visionary government. What Banado here na say bia o don't timi nya hwe just follow the same trend. Na so what's the sano e about 5%. Me won say almost the sano eye NDC aban. Ena on person almost just 5% no e go motom na mo 5% e magana for.
That's it. We have preliminary comment. Mami mra
yeah Mami mfa kwenye so enchia His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama. Na minchia na bedi eche Professor Jane Nana. Na membo na baso mebo Professor Jane din all the time na meniaje because I don't know first female I rise to this highest political state in Ghana's political history. Na me who say all the time be encouragement ama ladies and nkwala amuyamba say there is always some level top position to be reached in a better guide omo kakra na masanchia abemu appointees ni na ministers CEOs chief directors aban edin jumedia shomonsa somonye emfamboa aban juma na michia sangofu ni na masaso echiade a coordinate omo activities won say this every ministry near Ibiano, they have to be in coordination or be in connection to the presidential or the country's strategic vision. And you know, ni bakura or making sure say all these ministries and chief directors in Jumekoni na are in connection or in line with government business. Chief of staff are the door na nimno. Banidi angasa na Honorable Julius Debra. Na mensa enchia miamba pano. They are Hoy brothers. Na ichiaso kuzuzu nkoma kwesi ya hoya Ghana apa on sonkoda Sebia ano as an ambassador na mechia a party for wini na ichiaso kuzuzu nkoma ya a party chairman opeja nensa na sebi earthquake si wo MPP mo omo nightmare MPP party no omo future aspiration ni dream ni se omenye obiti se chairman general Mosquito Honorable Johnson Asiedu Nkatia opeja nsa e de tone kompe na before akọ hewa ya o ma titia to worem o munim se shine eba enti maminchia ono soso na misa so fa chi astroko ema babunu ono ye manu akwenya no wate babunu foni na o Ghana politics mu enim a kire se the youths are capable mi ame boss Honorable Sami Jemfi. In fact, was 30 pace no. MPP for no cry eka. Minam na metiti. Ono cry catch me last time say, hey, Sami Jemfi ye juma pa.
Maza, kawasa ja propaganda.
Oh, maza, mame kan say okay. Say Sami Jemfi ye juma pa na humbe bunwa. Omo boy juma say ya. Now we say yes. NDC no has a future for the youth. Na bibia wa kodi no. Oyini na ya yintina still oje ho no onyanyan ko beba NDC na me si o betumi aba na ma me fa kwenye so na me enka kudos to me boss Sami Jemfi. He is really doing a wonderful job. In fact, I'm proud. I'm always looking up to him. Now he is also dictating our pace. It is because of him na yemubi no we are where we are today. It's my main first acknowledgement enfama Honorable Sami Jemfi. And that's yes I share the course of Ghana for na say nyame any ediniye because ye share afibia ne etwem na ye she amena donko bimu na ye ni enidaso ye ni arehwemu say yempo ebetimi atena wiase ma 2026 December abeto yen because ohwe how amane ni abrebesa MPP aban akufo ado baomia government edi ye ko mu a Ghana for say ye hwe bebia ye dudi anyame eni yen edi ni ye afa His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama so na issue minia bema otimi benkum so ebebubo so say a review contract na then
is the take 5% was a mudim ko chedi
Ukasa no me ko for pen and paper.
The kasa mate.
The honorable thing.
Mate. You go on.
Maybe hold you. Okay.
Ija. Rari agubo.
Over to Jandam say review contract. He doesn't have any locus and a basis of fragmental evidence to support his claim. Now, you know, you may consider it as one of those the Kwana MB before. Yeah, woman we muna. In team for job catcher say on a Sunday president. Achata private jet ordinary room. Na mi wa president ete Ghana etna sorry dey ma oni nkola edi nkomoti say be Jesus Christ mama nkola no embra me nchen na omo na asoro ahimni soro ahindie no mu den efata omo omo dia ntino MPP for omoni mbo omodwe omodie introno na jandam no eno sa say ebia individual bi aye ne contract no fele say enyama enko yi a wo kwan say obe petition and so be calling for review and a law of contract you know if omo check it two side na say the claim is a year duly a year omo grant no say enye we so omo grant their contracts are review ye ba be mu no what say even mining na ye je no na ye 1% no ye ko increase no what just say into no there are issues and I say things are aban be in the interest of the state. However, citizens also your business that there are things that has been reviewed and a petition that they have to honor it. ISOB away jumem and for a whole period is due for promotion. You promoting where petitions are emba. Now ebia one day we petition no more review no say you are qualified for this. Now instead of ebia obeko just one leap no because of years that he has been denied anyway no obenya the restoration and the restitution. Why I say I'm not here to defend any of this thing, but he doesn't have any locus to say ya budget 5% be egu yebo to me MPP before yeah
but I say mama say free so enra and Beton Mountain the president of the republic extension you say IGP Tete Unu Christian is supposed to retire on the 17th of December 2025 the president has issued a letter giving you an extension of a contract for 2 years. Only say
that mamincha na minchi wati for mincha producers ne me qualika wati I jandam sesia yasa some won't want man country why more 5% him mun did that the baby a better man can for mun drink can for and it's very obvious won't want man country but that you see the NDC government and his excellency John Dramani Mahama unim omoye bunch of hypocrites and at the same time they are not trustworthy. That's I didn't make us a drube bia say Ghana for ya maye ni an na hwa na ya ankasa anchre endis for an tene omwa the way they are directing the country they are moving the country into a ditch and say you throw na yen kan hwe impanyimfo asofo nom any politicians any even CSOs for en kan hwe a ye betena wo sa na fede ye ni be ban wo so no na Ghana an authoritarian state that you see ya say Ghana for bi mutiwa the echo so enra de esi nra be si na me try say be me hwe se bi amafo be kasa so amafo me kan ho hwe NDC aban amoye hu say there is no way they can really strengthen our democracy. However, they came for their personal parochial interest. Umama so me bu aman no now that so kaya dampare obi a nanka hwe ne modern bar na senka yitima de etoa na dwuma so me ne opinion bi di nkomo okache me say abra NDC we ne ya ba power no nanka they were trying say looking at the performance of Dampare and say come maintaining no and he tried everything possible including certain penny form Ghana has any his excellency but because of political interest omo say omo yina sinchen ede yohunu aba but some of us we are aware say yohunu obey on check because when you obeko pension tikebe yank mo maintain Dampare almost no not knowing said the president has already planned they had a predetermined plan so that Mreswa, you're very saying, or Mester ni seat and the tenure. Me, I don't have any issue if you can do that. And it because your Ghana has here a BBC, a boy will be a pension, but because of the personal experience in your person maintaining the panel. Now, the hypocritical aspect of mechanic say, if president Ankasankaza issue letter, no, I can in April said there is no way. Na pencil or na benso no se nipa no ko pension ko ade nya de o meka so mo akwan se extension bia unye ko pension e say mam afoforo kwan no mo be na e be toa nipa kon legacy so. And this was a letter that was issued by the president from the presidency, signed by a friend saying Callistus Mahama. And these are some of the issues that are public, but Quentin Endra. You want to say the cat say the police council as sending a petition say almost represent say or man extension. But the question is, you to go edinima. One person not what do we say there is no way you're going to allow that. But you see, the party is not another this government, it's not a trustworthy government. So Osha no be require say it's very perfect clear say there's no way this government can stand by his or their words. Sir, Obaye, Adechi just and right, that's sorry. Nebeti Ane say, President Ama, the sitting IGP, say 2 good years extension. Now, beside me, say, Nasa Uya man penny, Nasa one can be no, I can say, and ya dear Obiko pension man South Quiniano. Then a ban is saying, what's me as a man is South Quiniano. Which they say, you are a president, we can never trust your words. Now, Mamika as a September about Abra na beginning, say the way our president destroy the institutions of this country, the judiciary. The pre-notion or the predetermined say, at the end of the day, they will interpret or they will try to seek interpretation of the constitution so that the president may ever try the third term. So, catch and say, Sir Juna, you want and you know crap. Because President Nyado Besa, and then Abra Omuyi Tokunu, the next day, and I communicate by President say, and Nyado Boko for third term. The thing they are very smart. The question is, Argentina Sarbina na ye make that argument. One bam beka. Nemum oche ya Abra Omuyi Tokunu free on the Beka. He thought he was very smart, but some of us know we were following keenly. Now, Ocheki asema wakaye, efasa asemwe hu. Say on extensive or extending OBI. Now at the end of the day, so I bet the same thing now. Then that's me myself. There is no way I believe that the president will never contradict his words. Say uncontested for the third term in this country because it's very obvious. Because I can say. Asema adanse ni hono ene dey eno na ye twa asem no wa bi edi dance. Now the president himself we go obaye the social contract that he went with us within 120 days this president did not even utter his own words. So okay o check paragraph 3 of their own this about the code of conduct. Go and check the social contract. It is there. Say we even appointee na say obi Eddie Bibi Ebro. Now say it's worth more than 20,000 Ghana cedis, right? As I said, you bet me the actually what to.
So declare.
That's it. Yentiano, should they say? President no kasa mokramo. Wono kampo eja. So if you as a president, you have this code of conduct, even as a social contract within the state and then with you. Not at the end of the day, what breach that contractor. Then it sounds to say, first, we can never believe your words. Second, so what's okay, paragraph 7? Paragraph 7. About the 24-hour economy. So within 120 days, they are going to start the 24-hour economy. That's it. Minuka say, and we are more than 120 days, but still the president has never or has not even started everything concerning the 24-hour economy. So, since our present way, look at all this strategy. Even come check it with Grandpa. The code, I'm going to create 1 million jobs. That's it. Almost a contract. Paragraph 16 said they are going to create jobs 1 million for Ghanaian youth, and they're going to use the codes to create these jobs. That's it. Mnoka say, catch them and say they have employed any single person or one person in this country. So that's it. So all these things that have happened. Now at the end of the day, the president no ever say no, there's no way on the call for the third term. That is based on what happened yesterday. I believe sincerely, and no one can deny this unequivocally. Say there's no way president will call for the third term. Now, I mean, sure, before if you call be we yeah, people are making the argument say checking the reason why President Tusana Mona because he was there and then the council brought a petition or brought an issue for him to ratify. Who told you that? And the question is, let's look at anything. Article 201 that forms the police council and go and look at those who are part of that council. So Article 201 now. The vice president president in the year Juma. One sorry no. One the chairperson of that council. And it is all the time be not all catch me can say. President take that decision no, but rather based on the council decision now. Then basically your argument is for on arrival. Now, so
I don't want to think that anybody want to go on that tangent of argument.
For that one, but that's the argument that's going out there. Second, the IGP himself, the IGP himself, was a part of the council. So, even President was appointing people to be part of the council.
All the apparatus are are you getting me? Now, a constitutional answer, President say, throw letter to reappoint her, stating the clauses in the listing, constitution and other articles and our provisions. When there is an issue, we will come and interpret. What I say? Even in the constitutional mature to hormone, quarter, and your judges no, and they're interpreting the constitution, right? So what I am saying is that the office of the IG is not a regular public service or civil service office. The office is specially operated by constitutional provisions. Constitutional provisions, specifically Article 200 and Article 202, which creates the police service and regulates the IGP. What do you say? Article 202 say President appoints IGP in consultation with Council of State. Article 2023 or say conditions of service for police officers including IGP are determined on the advice of the police council. Now say IGP no ni
so it was the police council who made a recommendation
for the president and then the Council of State to arrive at a decision.
I'm asking the question whether the same police council made a recommendation for the removal of Dampare.
What's it?
Whether or not the police council made the recommendation for the removal of Dampare.
Absolutely. With that, I cannot give you explicit information about that. But absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. So what I am saying is when it comes to the IGP service condition, that's including extensions, they are constitutional matters. They are not administrative and contract extension issues. With the circular now ever out, yes, the president gave an order for that circular to be issued, and we will stand by it any day, any time, at all cost. But when it comes to the IGP's office, it is not under those provisions. What I have stated, they say IGP no dealing with his office no, specifically Article 200, Article 202 has guaranteed, has created the conditions. Say any issue with respect to the retirement, the contract conditions, the employment and issues, it has to be the police council and the president in consultation with the Council of State.
Which one is binding on the president?
Which one is binding on the president? With the president in consultation with the Council of State. The president.
So the Supreme Court has made us understand that the advice of these bodies are just mere advice and not binding on the president.
But once it has a constitutional granting, it is not like implicitly binding. Listen, you see, most of the issues has given the president the way to take decisions. However, let's not forget that the president would also have the prerogative right whether to allow it or to disallow it. Are you getting me? But let's note, say, the circular that the government has issued does not override the constitutional processes for the IGP. The American say circular now issue somewhere April.
So the circular issued by the president. There are people who are above that circular.
There are offices
that are above that circular.
It is not above, that are out of the definition of the circular. Now, Mama Atia say by constitutional provisions, police service no under Article 190. But when it comes to the office of the IGP, Nibizao, Judge no, CJ, Kwanya Yefasu, Obi, a public service, and Yefasu is Chief Justice. It has, the office has a constitutional provision grounded.
The constitution has never, in no aspect of the constitution, has it ever talked about the removal of which make
I'm not
explicitly move or given a constitution provision for which an IGP can be hired or fired.
Good, and I've told you, sir, this is the conditions that the Article 202 and then 200 and 202 says. That when it comes to issue concerning the IGPs, when it comes to the IGP,
as in what
as to
read what the provision says.
I'm saying that when it comes to the appointment, removal, or conditions of service, they are handled exclusively through the police council. That's appointment, removal, and conditions of service. Appointment, removal, and conditions of service. Appointment, removal, and conditions of service. They are handled through the police council and the president acting in consultation with the council of state. What I say? And you know that those are the provisions. That means matters of circulars, and as a government issues circulars to public service and civil servants does not override the constitutional provisions or the constitutional basis that warrants the conditions surrounding the IGP service and as a office. What I say? So therefore, government circular need to be override the constitutional processes for the IGPs.
So let's get Article 202. 1. The Inspector General of Police shall be appointed by the President acting in consultation with the Council of State.
Yeah.
The Inspector General of Police shall be the head of the police service and shall, subject to the provision of this article and to the control and direction of the Police Council, be responsible for the operation, control, and the administration of the Ghana Police Service.
Yeah.
Subject to the provision of the Constitution, the powers to appoint persons to hold or act as an act in an office of the police service shall vest in the president acting accordance with the advice of the police council.
So it doesn't mean anything here.
If you read this,
Master, keep quiet and let him read.
If you read this,
Yeah.
Meaning that the president shall appoint. In accordance with the advice. So
yes.
If you read this one very well, in accordance with the advice of the police council.
Yes.
Listen.
Okay. I'm listening.
There is a provision I want to give you in the Constitution which says that when you attain the age of 60, right? When you attain the age of, this is also a constitutional provision.
Yeah.
Now when you attain the age of 60, you vacate your position and you retire. The acts that give the president the opportunity to give the 5 years contract, to any public officer upon he thinking that maybe we need your service and all that. The bigger question will be that is the president and the police council by chance saying that apart from you, there's nobody.
I want you the constitution you were reading.
Yes.
Before I answer the question, I want you to read further. The provisions in the constitution you were reading. I want you to read further.
Read from 1 to 3.
Yes, read further. I want you to read.
You read the 4.
Oh, my brother.
You even read the 4.
MVP behavior. Stop this thing.
You see?
The president may be subject to such conditions as he think fits. Delegation of his function under the article by direction written to the police council or to the committee or to the member of the council. Which one again do you want me to read? Because I've read from 1 to 4. Article 202.
Article 202.
Yes.
Let me have it. Let me see something.
I have it here.
Don't
worry, I have it here. This article, you can read from here straight. I have it here. You have the 4 and everything here. So that's it. Okay.
What
is it the issue is?
Wait. Keep quiet. But then, you know what? What I'm saying is, the Constitution has made provisions. Are you getting me? And our mind, I clear say the office of the IGP is not classified as a public or a civil service office, even though the police service is a public service. Listen, but the office, oh my brother, but the office of the IGP, our Constitution 200 need 202 no, STT explicitly clear say issues with respect to the appointment, the retirement, the conditions of service are the police is handled by the police council, and then the police council, and then the president in consultation with the council of what? Of state. It's no ma yenyese ebia your friend is saying issues no bibia president is doing out of constitution. No, it follows the constitutional processes. British this thing in the constitution. With the secular the secular has its basis, the secular has its focus, and the secular has met its purpose. Because as it stands now, Omuri Egeji Obia Wako on retirement in any of the public services space, any of the civil services space. Now, with the IGP's case, I have told you that constitutionally it separates that office from a normal public service or civil service office.
Okay. Let me just draw your attention. Yes, the Ghana Police Service is part of the public service of Ghana.
Exactly.
I said.
I was going to say this here. Okay.
Listed as one of the public services in the 1992 Constitution. Whilst it is a public service, it is not part of the civil service and operations within its own acts. Unified command, it directives under the Ministry of Interior. Constitutional standard, the Ghana Police Service explicitly named in the 1992 Constitution one of the public service of Ghana. Administrating its operation is a signal cohesive and unified under the Inspector General of Police. It's under the Minister of Interior, distinct service, civil service, and all that. And so, government legislated the operations and the regulation of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana Police Service. We provide for the organization, leadership, and functions. So it is clear the Ghana Police Service, as we have it, is part of the public service.
Perfect. That's it. You see, very obvious. So all the provisions now kind of. The 200, Article 200, Article 201, and Article 202. Now the 200, what does it say? It says something simple. It talks about the office of the IGP. Said there shall be an office that will implement the law. And then the 2 talks about the council, the police council, and the 3rd talks about how they used to appoint the IGP. So those kind of or contradicting. It doesn't mean anything.
I just told you say the office has been separated.
Wait. So now that's it. Maybe Mamin kind the communique now we release here. Not until verbatim. Maybe now be our we know. Was it so take it topic title now? Was it suspension of the grant of contract appointments, not appointee, appointments plural. Now I said the grant of post-retirement contract appointment to retired public service staff that was where I was coming to prove him wrong. Say, who catch Otiana Okase? And yet the police service is not part of public staff. Then basically, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Was he listening to me?
But let me finish.
Was he listening to me?
Retired public staff has been suspended with immediate effect. One, that's consequently or therefore, all requests for such appointment will no longer be considered. Two, kindly take note of this directive and ensure strictly compliance. So if President Kasada Beka has the same way, was say, Obi a public service person BR, there is no retirement time. President Nanya Delmo Akwanya say, Besum Omani Bium, and then he give caution to everybody. Now, so okay, same way. Now at the end of the day, what Banu Buawa Samson who see the police, the IGP is separated from the public service. What are you talking about? The police service is part of public service.
John Dramani Mahama in opposition.
Yeah.
Made certain assertions, and it is one of the reasons why the youth voted for him.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Look,
By
there's so
your
many
words.
youth in the country, and he believed that some people have attained the retirement age and they are still within contract and they are within the services. And for him, he is saying that when he becomes president, all these people, when you attain that age, you will
Automatically, yeah. And then when he came,
voted for you.
yes.
Then when they voted for you, you issue this statement.
Perfect. Second apple. That's
You
perfect.
are a president of your words.
And then at the end of the day, but you see,
Only for you to
When he was making his submission, he told you that the article 200, and then 202, 203,
201, 202.
Wait,
I didn't talk about 203.
From 200 to 203.
Okay, maybe you want to add
203. Hold on, my brother. Keep quiet and let me talk. When you're talking, I keep quiet.
I mentioned three
What
articles.
I am saying is,
I mentioned three articles here.
well, my brother, I'm
200, 201, and 202.
myself and you. Who mentioned the articles before who?
Me, I mentioned it.
So allow me to make my
quoted it.
submission. I am saying that
I gave you articles here before. I quoted 201 here.
when you were talking first.
I quoted this one. I mentioned article here.
Article 200.
201. I mentioned it here.
Let's take it.
What I am saying is that you agree that the office of the IDP, the creation of the office, is separated.
No. This one, no. Why putting the people like that? Master, you are educating people. You can't tell me that. You can't say this one here. You are lying.
The Ghana police.
It's not separated.
Just as it is in the 1992 constitution.
Yes.
I don't lie to the people.
It's a public.
It's a public service.
But its jurisprudence
The police is a
requires-
public service, but it's
But its organogram.
yes.
And its processes are within the interior ministry.
Yes.
It
So
doesn't
what?
fall
It doesn't
under-
fall at the police service.
Yes.
Oh, Master. Oh, Master. Learn.
I'll come and teach you.
Learn.
I will teach you because all that you're saying argument is different. You are saying that the police service. You saying the police service is separate from the distance. And I said no. The man you.
But you can't hold humanity.
No, what they call him.
But you Mr. Waka, humanity.
You have a police service.
Boss, but you can't humanity. I don't want you to come for me. No.
We all have the constitution here. So big man.
Police service is
It's what? The police service.
under the public.
Perfect. That's
Fair
what I want
enough.
to hear.
Article 190. I
That's what want.
stated that.
That is what I want.
But it's operation.
Don't worry.
Under the Ministry of Interior. So do not forget that
Yes. Oh no, see.
of the public service
yeah.
are within some of the ministries.
Absolutely.
And those ministries have oversight responsibility.
Good. And I'm telling you that.
It doesn't make them.
Wait. I told you, and I said here, say, based on Article 190, it lists the police under the Public Service Act.
Yes.
Are you getting me? However, when it comes to the office of the IGP, issues relating to the appointment, service condition, and retirement, they are handled by the police council, the president in consultation with the council of state. It is different from the police service. It is different from the police staff. It is different from a regular public service office holder. That is what I'm telling you. When it comes to the office of the IGP, issues that are with regards to the IGP's condition of service, retirement, appointment, whatsoever is handled separately from how public service stars are handled. This is a constitutional grounded provision. That is what I'm saying. And what I am making clear, sir, the instruction the president gave concerning public and civil service, it holds. But this office falls out of that jurisdiction, because when it comes to the appointment of the IGP, is the police council, the president in consultation. When it comes to contract renewal or contract expansion, it is the police council, the president in consultation with the council of state. That is what we are put. Master, keep quiet. Let me talk.
It's okay now. I was talking. So you made it.
We were talking.
Okay. The second topic began to ring here.
Okay, my
Let me be for Musu and here. Now, with the issue, the concern you raised about your friend is saying blocking chances for people to having opportunity to go high or having opportunity for the to be to occupy space. Let's not forget, career progression is not determined by the IGP's personal retirement date. Let's not forget. Let's face the reality. Yes, the American Church said, okay, police service now issues with their promotion procedures and a career path. Police Service Act 1970, Act 350 makes it explicitly clear. Now, police service regulation merit-based promotion system is independent of IGP's tenure. It's you know say IGP obia I will say you promoting obenya the necessary what promotion obia I will say onya some your friend is saying if there is any kind of upliftment the process or the constitutional provisions have made what it's clear. It does not freeze any officers. But what I want to put clear, they say, letter now, president issue here, no, or issue here to cover both public office and then civil servants offices. Now, as American here, based on the constitutional provision, no, IGP in office has been separated. Like the conditions, the way the IGP is dealt with is separate, is different from other police. Yes, absolutely, and that's what makes the IGP's office different. It's not make us over judicial service, chief justice, the conditions, the appointment, the retirement, the conditions of service are different. That is why issues with regard to him is Article 146. What you say?
That's it. You see, you see, I don't understand the head and tail of the argument.
You don't understand
because the issue is and the issue they say so what the president said and the IGP now. There is no way Obetima Kachem said it is not the president who is not appointing the IGP. Who appointed the IGP? The president that appointed the IGP. Somebody tell no be trying to say the president appointing now. Then what that I'm got some job. You can't do appointing the president. And the president can also appointing the chief justice in this country, right? Is that what you are trying to tell me? You know, there are certain provisions that are process that used to appoint the IGP. But if it's president, I know what the man. Wait, you keep going. If any president and appointing it doesn't mean say it is not the president who is appointing him. Now, if you read the article 201, it is very obvious. Say, the council of the police service, which is chaired by the vice president, and the IGP himself, including appointees of the president, and I'm going to say them, and no matter decision. After that, and then they brought it to the president to approve it. Then, if the president reject it, but the president approve it. Now, what he has said, that office is different from public service. Now, what here for will say now, you guys, you are lying to the people of Ghana. The office is so separated from public service. And you're clear, the constitution make it clear, and all the provisions that you're quoting, it's how we appoint him, his role, and how we arrive of getting IGP. But when it comes to the office of the it's not separated of what the president said. It's 100%. So, Bema, don't sit here and lie. But that's it. Mami family be a crime. Mami manusin. That's on 2028 election. Say I'm sure the basic of Ghana never change because the NDC the way they attack MPP polling agent, the way they form even the EC now and then your friend say Uko Pandai any near Esina, not that 2028 election, you will see how people would defend. And to find, I blame the former president, said, Ogu vigilantes.